today we're reacting to He Was Finna Go Home, Bill Feezy. Now y'all know Bill Feezy videos are loved and adored on this channel, so I'm gonna keep bringing them to y'all, man. You know, I'm gonna keep adding other videos as well, but I'm gonna keep bringing these to y'all because y'all love them. He done talked about a few times about how, and just the other prison videos too, how people will mess around, see you about to go home and mess with you to try and get you in trouble so that way your get extended. Like, that's so lame, you know what I'm saying? But look at get to it. I think this is what this is about.
What up, though, y'all? It's your boy Bill. I was talking to this little dude through Instagram, and we was talking about, you know, him making better decisions, making better choices or whatever. And, you know, he said something kind of disturbing to me, and I've been thinking about it for a minute, but what he told me was he had something going on, some type of legal situation going on, but his big brother done been to prison 3-4 times. And he told me, I appreciate what you're saying, bro, but at the end of the day, if I ever go, I'm going to just take heed to what you say and all the stuff my brother told me, just stay solid. You know, my brother told me just stay solid, stand on R10, and you're going to make it out. They're like, I'm going to just go do my time like a G and come back. And then I really more so take your advice since I'm already in a legal situation. My issue with that is this. You're saying that you going to, if you have to go here, you're going to go here and you're going to do your time like a G. You're going to be solid. You're going to stand on R10, and then you're going to come out.
Right.
Who's to say you're going to make it out?
Dang.
And I say that to say, bro, don't ever have it in your mind that it's okay to go. Or, like, I'm telling him, like, bro, you need to learn the law. This is what I was telling him. I'm like, you need to learn the law for whatever your situation is, whatever your case is. Learn the law in the state of Georgia on that specifically. Learn all the ins and outs, all the codes, all the whatever, loopholes. You need to be looking through your paperwork, and you need to study the law on that specific thing. Then you need to look up other cases from previous people with the same type of case and see what you can work. And his response to that was like, he wasn't trying to do what I was telling him. And he like, man, if I go, I'm going to just go do my time like a G and come out. How you know you going to come out, folks? How do you know that? I'm going to tell you about BJ. BJ was from like Baltimore or something like that. I'm not sure. BJ was a straight little cool dude. Now, he had a little anger issue. He used to get real mad, be ready to fight. BJ had an armed robbery. He had a straight, flat 10-year sentence. By the time I met BJ, he had like
2 years left.
And he was expecting to go to the transitional center, but you can't go until you right at, they say 15 months, but really they let a lot of people go right at the 12-month mark. But once he reached the 13th month mark, he got caught with a phone. So, you know, they wasn't rocking with him no more. So he had to do that whole last little year. BJ get to arguing with a dude one time about, okay, so at nighttime, you got what they call a nighttime orderly. What the nighttime orderly does, at night they wax, strip, and buff the floor. Now, if they already stripped it, you know, they don't got to strip the floor every night, but they might just wax it, and then once the wax dry up real good, they'll buff it so it'll have a fresh shine for the next morning. So the nighttime orderly, he does that. He get the floor nice and shiny, and he just kind of clean the dorm up. All the trash, he take it outside. You know, he wipe off the rails with some chemicals and all that.
Word.
BJ was arguing with this older guy about it because there was a female that BJ was trying to catch before he went home, because he just said he liked her, I guess. He wanted to rock with her once he got out, which, you know, I don't know.
Like, damn, nigga, damn. You finna be out. Thank you, baby.
They go to arguing and stuff because BJ trying to be the night orderly. But the old school dude been going out there, but the old school dude had been sick for like 2 days. So BJ was out there doing it. So when the old school dude came back, he like, bro, you gotta watch out. So BJ like, no, hell no, I've been out here doing it. So old school like, man, I've been doing this for years, bro. You just got 2 days because I've been sick. Thrown in your room, bro. You know what I'm saying? So him and BJ go to arguing and stuff. But the girl that's working in the booth, BJ like her. But I guess old school like her too. I'm not really sure. But I know I hear them arguing, and I know for a fact what I heard old school say was, I got a life sentence. Mother, I don't give a, I got a life sentence.
Oh, yeah.
So BJ said,
I
don't
don't
care about none of that.
I don't. Hey, I don't. I'm supposed to be gone in a year. You want this girl in here? Shit, you got her, bro. Because when I get out of here, I got options and choices and shit. Ain't no reason to fuck off your situation about the officer in the booth. This nigga let her have the deals on it. He here. I'm about to have all the range of choices and shit.
Now here's the thing. During my time being locked up, I have heard numerous people that has a life sentence when they're arguing with a person or when they get so mad or frustrated about something somebody's saying or doing, that's one of the first things they'll go to scream. Man, I got a life sentence. I got life without. I don't give a. So the point of them saying that is to let you know that I'm never getting out of here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna die in here. So I don't really care about no extent we have to take this. I don't care. Whereas somebody like myself, when I was locked up, I used to make foolish choices sometimes, but I was always mindful that
I'm
going
out
home one day. So I would, be very careful about doing too much foolish stuff. So a person like that, they don't have nothing in their mind saying, don't be foolish. Absolutely nothing. You know what I'm saying?
I'm here
so
forever.
So they say that to let people know. I feel like some people even use it as a scare tactic because some of them guys with a life sentence not even built like that.
Yeah,
but it's the simple fact of telling you, I got a life sentence is what it kind of scare you up like, damn. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I want to play with him or whatever the case is, might be like that. So BJ like, I don't give a about that. I don't care about none of that. I don't care about none of that. So one of BJ homeboy, and I'm cool with BJ. Like, we wasn't just partners for real, but, we was cool people. We used to chop it up sometimes, but like I say, every blue moon or whatever the case is, never nothing, not just no all day, every day type thing. So I get up, I look out the door. I mean, when I first heard like loud talking, I got up and looked out the door, and I heard them arguing. It was getting ready. It was almost lockdown time. So after BJ told I don't care about none of that, said, I ain't finna keep talking to you. I ain't finna keep talking to you. And BJ was like, what you want to hit? And Unc was like, man, I don't do no fight. I'm 61 years old. I don't do no fight. I don't do no fight, especially not no young man. I don't do no fight. So BJ like, well, stop popping then. Stop talking then. So Unc like, all right, whatever. He go in his room and stuff. So, BJ, homeboy had hollered at him real quick. So he went to the room. And then, when he just, like whenever somebody get into it with somebody, then they lock eyes with somebody they cool with or somebody they're cordial or okay with, they kind of start trying to talk to them about it. So I stepped out the room. BJ walked over that way. I was just like, man, Unc crazy. So he was telling me the situation. He like, man, I'm telling him, I'm trying to holler at Shouty. Woo. Now, I wasn't trying to be funny. I wasn't trying to rub him the wrong way, but I was trying to give him a logical explanation because he like, this man don't know what I got going on. I've been working out here for the last 2 days. And I was like, yeah, I understand that, BJ. But before he got sick, this old man has been working out here every night for the past 2-3 years.
Yeah.
So to be all the way technical, you don't know what he might got going on with anybody. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You accomplished something in your little 2 days, but 2-3 years, you don't know what Unc got going on. Yeah. You don't know who rocking with Unc. You don't know if he's smashing something at night. You don't know if he's picking up a pack. You just don't know what he's doing. So, in my opinion, I would respect it, bro. You've been out here that long. I would respect it and just figure out another way to do it. You know what I'm saying? So, BJ like, yeah, bro, you might be right. You know what I'm saying? But I think his partners over here on this side is really trying to talk some foolishness into him because it's just, you can tell by the body language when a person.
It's crazy, too, because, like, I feel like you naturally, like, people with some sense naturally gonna think more so like Bill, like, nah, this nigga been doing, because imagine if I was doing some shit that I loved, that I was like, I'm in prison doing this shit for 2-3 years now. Obviously, clearly, I enjoy doing what I'm doing. And then now I got this nigga trying to take my shit that's been doing it for 2 years. Like, just out of a respect thing, I'll just be like, oh, you back? For sure, man, da-da-da. And, like he said, like, it just would have been a natural flow. It really wouldn't have been too much resistance. You doing this, you've been. You know what I'm saying?
Person talking, when you looking at them two talking together, it's just like the other person just giving off energy like, man, I didn't hear him, but I feel like he said, man, I wouldn't go for that if I was you. Just for being locked up so long, and I know the things people say, it looked like that's what he was over there telling BJ. Once BJ left away from me and went back over there talking to him. Officer come in the door and say lockdown. So she come up the steps first. That's where we was at. We was upstairs. So BJ walk up on her, and he go to talking to her. Now, he's talking and walking with her as she's locking everybody's door one at a time. Now, she's locking the door real slow, of course, because she's trying to give BJ, I guess, more time to talk to her or whatever. So they're walking and talking. Now, Unc down there at the end where his room at, and he's just staring at them two. So they get all the way down there. Now, they pass me. I done went in my room already, locked the door, and they at the end. Now, I can't see them. So what I do is I take a piece of a mirror that I had, and I stick it through the door, and I'm looking at the mirror. I'm like looking upwards. I had to stand on the toilet, then from the toilet on the sink. Only reason I did that is because I was very curious to see how this was finna play out. Usually I wouldn't care, that's not my business. But they both, the old man already on his end, BJ walking down there with the female. I already think old school got something going on with the female, but I don't know. I don't got no proof. But just based off the way he was responding about being out the room, I feel like he had something going on. So I stuck the mirror through the door so I could see this way. Once they got down there, it's like old school started talking to her. And I feel like, BJ went crossing his arms and stuff. And, Then she eventually told BJ, you got to go in the room. So BJ went in the room. He started popping out the top of the door. And he started singing a song, bro. And he was saying, first he was talking about old school. Oh, you must have told old girl to put me back in the room. Oh, boy, that's some police type of stuff. Just talking crazy, bro. And then he went to singing a song. And he was beating on the door with it. And he was loud as hell all night. And the song went like this. The police, the police, the police. And he was beating on the door with it like, the police, the police.
Bruh, this shit don't even feel like real life, bro. Like, this shit really going on for niggas,
So
man.
he's shooting shots at the old man.
Right.
Saying he's a snitch. Saying that the old man told the girl, put him in the room. Because I'm staying out here or whatever. So old school, like, hey, man, I've been locked up for so long, I don't even play games like that. I don't even play games with nobody like that. Don't play with me like that. So BJ still talking and popping. Now, you know, the only thing I didn't understand about it was, now I can't just say nothing too crazy because knowing I had a short time to go, I have done some things that was kind of foolish or that was kind of immature or that was just bold, you know, things that I should not have done, especially considering that I didn't have that much longer to go in prison. So, you know, I understand it. But I was thinking, like, bro got a little less than a year now. Why are you, like, what do you got going on?
What do you got to gain from this?
Back and kick back, chilling, not doing nothing, don't want no smoke with nobody. You ain't even supposed to be wanting to argue with nobody, considering you know how much time, how less of amount of time you got, and how much time all these other people around you got. So that's what I think. So we come out the room the next day. Unc and BJ, when I come out the room early in the morning like I usually do, I see Unc and BJ down there talking. And I was like, yeah, man. It made me feel good because it's like, ain't nobody out there trying to chase each other around with the candy bar. Ain't nobody out there fighting.
Yeah,
they are honestly sitting out there
out.
talking like two grown men. And a few times you seen both of them start smiling. So I know they're having a, you know, probably a conversation about, you know, what happened, the situation, they getting past it, I'm assuming. So that made me feel good a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I probably say like 2 or 3 nights later, bro, BJ was in the salad port. Okay, the salad port is the area that when you're leaving out the dorm, the door that opens, once you get on the other side of that door, you're in a little closed-in area. The only thing is it's a door to get into the booth with the officer. It's 2 doors, one for each side, 2 different dorms, and then there's 1 door that will keep you locked into the salad port, like the little cage, or it'll let you out. So BJ was out there talking to the girl, and he was out there for a while. It was probably about 9, 10 o'clock. And then he finally came back in the dorm. He came back in there smiling, all happy, jumping around, bouncing around and stuff like that. And he came up there to me and he said, hey, Bill, you got some Crib Brown CDs? So I said, yeah. He was like, you can let me get a 25 till tomorrow, and then tomorrow, old girl finna bring me a pack, and I'll give you like, I'll triple it, bro. I'll give you like 75 worth back tomorrow. So I felt like BJ was all right, and I had a whole bunch of it, so I was like, I'll do it. But while I was getting it, while I was pouring it in the thing, I told BJ, I said, hey, listen, bro, don't be having everybody in your business. He said, what you mean? Ain't nobody in my business. I don't never have people in my business. So the way you just told me that old girl is bringing you something tomorrow and you would triple it for me, don't ever tell nobody that again, bro. Because that's giving people opportunity to go tell on you, to try to backdoor you and pull up on her and make it seem
this nigga giving game. He gonna get your ass game. This is a real nigga to fuck around and be in there with, because he's really got your best interest, bro.
You a sucker, you been talking about it, then she go starting to talk to them. It's just a lot of stuff that can come behind telling people your business. So just don't do that no more. You know what I'm saying? So he like, yeah, I feel you, bro. So I gave it to him. I wasn't even tripping. So the very next day come around, and Unc out there, right? Unc been out there talking to her. Now you keep seeing BJ walking back and forth over to that area, but I guess every time he realized Unc's still out there, he just walked back, or he might run in his room for a minute, and then he'll come back, and then he'll see the old school dude still out there, then he'll come back or whatever the case. So the old school dude finally, BJ was in his room. The old school dude finally ended up coming out of the salad port. When he came out, he went straight up to his room. When BJ heard the door close, because I felt like old girl was being slick about something, because when she let him back in, she didn't pop the door from the booth. She unlocked it with the key, so it's quiet. But when she closed it behind him, it was a loud doo noise. So he went going to his room. BJ came out the room ASAP. So the first thing he do, look over there to Unc going to his room. He shoot downstairs, go out there in the salad port. So he out there for a minute. So he come back upstairs. He out there for a minute. So he finally come back in, and it was crazy because the old school dude did the exact same thing BJ was doing. He walked over there. He seen BJ was out there. He turned around. He went and watched TV for a minute. He went to his room, came back out, walked over there, seen BJ was out there, went back to his room. So I'm like, the hell? These dudes fighting for attention like that? So BJ come back in the dorm after probably about 20 minutes. He come upstairs. He's walking like my way, but his room is over this way too. So he looked at me and did like that. So I went in the room and he came in the room behind me. Man, that man went in his pocket, bro, and pulled out a big old pocket full of tobacco, bro. It was like a half a can of it.
Damn.
It was a big old bomb of tobacco. So he was like, I can sit on your bed, bro. So I'm like, yeah. Now I usually don't let people sit on my bed, but you can sit on my bed.
You got that shit though. Yeah.
So he sit down and he go to pulling it out, whatever the case. And man, while he putting that stuff in the cup, bro, the man said, yeah, Shawty said, this right here was for this wasn't even for me. I was supposed to get mine another day with Woo, but I just finessed her to work one on him, tell him she ain't bring all his stuff, and then the stuff she...
Ooh, Yeah. Cause now you playing with niggas tobacco and shit. Niggas don't got much in jail. In prison, niggas don't got much. So you said you was gonna have it for me, but now we ain't. I'm getting mad too.
She was gonna bring me on the other day. She just swapped that out, get at him. Bruh, instantly when he said that, I got chills going all up my arms. Instantly when he said that. And I'm like, damn. I'm not with stuff like that. You feel me? I mean, once upon a time in life, I was interested in playing games and doing stuff. I'm just not with that, bro. And I didn't even, I damn near didn't even want the tobacco no more, but I just gave you my stuff yesterday, so it's like, I got to get my money back, but to an extent, I really don't even want it, bro. I'm just being all the way honest. So I'm like, hell nah, bro, you can't play games like that. He like, who, I'm playing games? I ain't playing no game. He said, man, shout it, bro, I'm about to go home, bro. I don't care nothing about it. I'm about to go home. So I tried to make logic out of it. I said, BJ, that should be more logic to do the right thing and not play no games. If you about to go home, why
exactly.
Are you like, you know how much a pack means to somebody.
It's like niggas really be dumb. It's like niggas genuinely be dumb. Like, why does that even need explanation?
Prison. Especially somebody that's never going home. You understand how much that means to a person, bro.
My cousin named BJ. This some shit he would do.
Like that. You should just do your last little couple months, however much more you got, a little less than a year. Stay out these folks' way, bro. You know what I'm saying? So he like, man, I'm not studying that with whoop.
Right. Sound like my cousin.
He do it, so he give me the stuff for me. Then he asked me if I had some kitchen gloves, because that's what people used to use, the gloves that the kitchen workers wear, the thin, clear glass gloves. They used to use those to put, all their product inside of it and sell it like that. So he asked me, did I have a few of them? So I told him I had charged him for some. I think he just gave me some extra Chris Brown CDs for a big old bomb of the gloves. So I gave it to him. So he went to sacking his stuff up right then and there. While he was sacking it up right then and there, you heard old school, you heard the door go pop, and then you heard old school say, BJ. Like he wasn't even giving the man time to respond.
It just like this shit happened so fast.
He was just screaming, BJ. Aunt was mad as hell, bro. So BJ was like, you go see who that is calling me? I'm like, bro, you know who that is calling you.
Stop playing with me, man.
So he like, see what he want real quick, man. Tell him quit making all that noise. So I kind of don't even want to, but I step out there, I'm like,
I'm surprised he did.
When you calling somebody's name and somebody else step out the door, they're going to automatically look at you because they don't know if you coming to see what they want. So I was like, what's up, Aunt? So he said, BJ in there? So I said, yeah. So, bro, he came running up the steps 2 at a time. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, skipping steps and shit.
I'm like, hold on now.
Right.
But he go to coming up. He like, yeah, let me holler. I said, hold on real quick. So he like, what's up? I say, listen, I don't know what y'all got going on, but based off the way you were screaming his name, it makes me feel like it's some type of smoke. He said, yeah, you right, it's some type of smoke. I said, well, don't disrespect my room, bro. That's all I'm asking you. Don't even go in my room with no type of smoke. You need to just chill.
Wait till niggas get,
You know how it go. I don't want nobody in my room on no stuff like that. You feel me?
Right. But
to be honest,
hit my shit and all types of stuff.
There have been situations before where people got to fighting, starting outside my room and it led into my room. There have been times where my roommate had somebody come in there and swing on him, and depending on what it happened about and how knowledgeable of it I am, depended on how I responded to it, if I just let them do them or if I got myself involved in it. So I could have let him go in there and handle his business, but I just didn't want to, I just wasn't feeling it, bro. I really was trying to keep the peace, bro, trying to keep it between them. So I'm like, I'm about to tell him, holler at you or whatever, so I step back in the room. As soon as I step back in the room, I hear Unc mumbling, mother, got me, I got life, I ain't never getting out, got me, So BJ like, you got life. He hear him saying that. So he like, man, you can put this up somewhere for me. So I was like, listen, bro, I'm not about to get involved in that, bro.
Facts, God dang.
I don't even know why I even allowed you to be in my room doing that. I feel like you were supposed to give me what you owed me and got up out of here. You're not even supposed to be in my room this long. So I'm not trying to put nothing up. You know what I'm saying? I had more than enough space to put
that shit up, but nigga,
but I just chose not to do it. The
Yeah.
man jumped up. The ones that he had already tied up in the glove, he jumped up, stuck them in his pocket, and went out the door. It's still a pile of tobacco sitting on this on the metal part of the bed. What he did was on the bunk, he pulled the mat back, and he was sitting on top of the mat. He was breaking it down on the metal part of the bed. So it's still a bunch of it just sitting right there. So I'm like, man, so I'm calling his name, but he's going out the door. So when he get out there, him and Unc go to arguing instantly, because Unc like, man, you got my stuff. So he like, man, I ain't got your stuff. I sent old girl some money. She told me she bring me stuff. He like, no, you got my stuff, because I got half of it. I was supposed to run back and get the other half. She told me she got it mixed up and gave it to you, and I feel like she lying. Man, you got my stuff. Come on with my stuff, bro. Come on with my stuff. But he's not saying that. You know, he's real life cussing. He mad. So BJ like, man, I ain't got nothing to do. You better go holler at her. So Unc like, all right, come on down here to the booth right now. Come on down here to the booth. I'm about to show you got my stuff. So he's walking down. He walked away from BJ, walked downstairs, and go over there towards the control booth. Old girl sitting inside the booth. Old school like, man, come here, man. Come here. I'm trying to tell you got my stuff. Come here. And it's, to me, I think it's so foolish because they were so loud, bro.
Right.
They were so loud throughout the whole dorm. So it's like, everybody that did not know what was going on, everybody that
now know that, oh, she do that. Oh, okay.
Now they knew, because this old dude, this younger guy named BJ was just sitting here arguing about it.
Yep.
And now the whole dorm know. Now the girl in there embarrassed. I think she even started crying. So he telling BJ, man, come here, bro. So BJ like, man, I'm not studying that, man. I'm not. Come on, man, quit making the scene, bro. If she told you she just gave you half of it, you gonna get the other half, bro. That ain't got nothing to do with what I got. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So old school like, bro, I don't want to hear that, bro. She brought the whole thing for me. She gave me half of it. I was supposed to go get the other half. And she said she gave it to you by accident. She had something mixed up. Bro, give me my stuff, bro. And you talk to her and deal with how the rest of that stuff gonna work out. So BJ like, bro, I'm not, hell no. You know what I'm saying?
It's over with,
so, they got back in each other's face. Old school ran up there, got back up in each other's face. And he keeps screaming to BJ, I got life. I got life. I know I'm gonna die here. I know I'm gonna die here. Keep playing with me.
At this point, flash on me
then.
then.
Keep playing with me, BJ. You ain't gonna make
At this point.
So BJ ain't backing down, you know what I'm saying? He like, man, I don't give about none of that. Is you trying to hit? BJ done snatched his shirt off and everything. He like, man, is you trying to hit, bro? I don't care about none of that. Is you trying to fight? You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So eventually, other people come and get like involved, get in between them. After they like pulled them apart. Now sometimes what they would do, if the cameras is not greased up, some people can see the camera. I think like the warden over the security can see the cameras from his cell phone, laptop, whatever. So he had a few officers come down there and come in the door like, y'all straight, y'all all right here? So I know they probably seen them getting in each other's face on the camera and stuff like that. So everybody like, yeah, we straight. Woo. So she like, all right, I'm just checking now. Y'all go to fight in here. We're going to lock y'all down. So everybody like, nah, we straight.
Right.
So they eventually leave back out. BJ and old school don't say nothing to each other, period. They don't say nothing at all. And it seemed like everything went smooth. They didn't do no more arguing. When old school used to be out there talking to the girl, BJ just far back. He wasn't saying nothing. He wasn't going over there. And then the same thing, when BJ was out there talking to the girl, old school wasn't doing that. He wasn't saying that. They wasn't having no issues with each other. But you could tell, like, because they wasn't talking either. They wasn't even cool. They wasn't talking to each other.
It was still tension.
They walking past each other. They just won't say nothing. They just keep walking past each other. You know what I mean? Hands kind of ashy. I had just got out the shower. I ain't putting nothing on. But yeah, they just walk past each other. They won't even say nothing, bro. I think I had went to the hole like twice and ended up coming back to the same dorm both times. But I know for a fact about a good 8 months went by, bro. And I'm in there in the dorm. I didn't even have no Chris Brown CDs at this time. To be honest, I had went and bought some from BJ because he had a whole bunch of them. So I'm sitting here talking to him, and he said, "Boy, that's almost over with, Bill." I say, "What? What's almost over with?" He said, "Man, 27 days." I said, "What? 27 days and you go home? You max out on 10 years?" He was like, "Hell yeah." I was like, "Bro, how that make you feel?" We was sitting there smoking a Chris Brown CD together. He was like, "Bro, that shit." He's like, "Bro, it feel too good, bro." You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn. I think at this time I probably had about a little less than 3 years left.
27
like,
days.
3 years left. I can't imagine how it's gonna feel when I get to 27 days.
Right,
That's gonna feel crazy. He was like, yep, it's gonna feel good, bro. It's gonna feel real good, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, hell yeah.
That's
Damn,
gotta
bro.
make your ass
I
not
said,
want to
bro,
do nothing.
I'm asking the man all kind of questions. What you gonna do?
Yeah, well,
First thing you
yeah.
gonna do. First thing you gonna eat. Is you gonna go try to smash something? You gonna go see your kids? You gonna go see your mama? You gotta go get you a driver's license. You know, it's like when people used to get ready to go home, bro. I used to be so excited. I used to feel excited like I'm the one just left. You know what I'm saying? I used to be super duper excited. Literally like I'm the one just left. So, you know, he's sitting there chopping it up with me, talking. We just coming up with all kind of scenarios, you know, just passing time, really. I'm like, I'm asking him crazy stuff like, so if you get out and then you go to the mall and then you got 3 bad pull up on you, and but don't be nervous, but because you just got out, you know what I'm saying? We just kicking about all kind of whatever type stuff.
That's hard.
So I dip out, I leave out my room. I mean, I leave out of his room, and I think I'm just in the door talking to somebody else or whatever the case is. Go back in my room, and you know, the days, the weeks go by, bro, and it felt so good. It felt so good. Like, damn, bro, damn. And then the day of came up, bro, that morning. Now they don't let you leave out until after the 8 a.m. count. So most of the time, once it clear, which could be anywhere between 30 minutes and an hour, 2 hours if they
the day of.
But I think when I left out, it was probably like 45 minutes after 8 o'clock in the morning. So you know everybody up early, and you know BJ up talking to everybody. He giving away stuff like his hygiene, his you know, food and stuff like that. He giving it away. This man just did 10 years to the door, bro. 10 years straight to the door.
That's
and you know
10.
Going around talking to people. I was just out there talking to him. But it's early now, you know what I'm saying? We out here about 5 o'clock in the morning. I know
what how old he is at this point.
3 hours before he even go home. So I go lay back down. I'm kind of tired, you know what I'm saying? And I dozed off, bro. And when I dozed off, I don't even know how long I was asleep, but when I dozed off, it's like I instantly woke back up. I heard somebody screaming, and I heard like a lot of shuffling and a lot of, hold on, man, chill out, bro. Chill out, old school. Chill out, bro, chill out. And then you heard him scream, mother, I got life without. I ain't never going home. I ain't never going home. I'ma kill you. I'ma kill you. Just for trying me like that. And you hear everybody screaming, hold on. So, you know, I'm panicking, but I'm just waking up. So I don't really know.
Well, yeah,
I grabbed the candy bars on the side and I take off running out the door. Bust straight through the door. When I bust through the door, it was kind of chilly that morning, right? And I guess this is one of the dangers of wearing a hoodie or a coat or anything like that in the prison. BJ was one of them super stylish type people. Like he was real big on the drip, the style and stuff. And you got some people in there that's real good with sewing. They can sew up anything. So the man took a gray sweater and gave them his blue state coat and had them cut out like a hood and had them sew it to the back of his sweater and then had them sew some blue stuff around it. So it really looked like he got a nice blue and gray hoodie. Got a real hood on it. That's what he sewed on it. Damn, bro. I swear it made me feel some type of way really talking about it. But when I came out the room, bro, I seen BJ running. BJ was running. The old school dude had BJ by the hood.
No. Not the day of, bruh. Over cigarettes.
The sweater that was gray, it was all like burgundy color. It was all saturated in his own blood. BJ was screaming loud, and the people that were screaming, hold on, they was all like surrounding them while BJ running, chasing them. But you know, they backing up too. Got this file, but it's like they kind of running up towards in an attempt to grab him or stop him or something like that. But when he hitting BJ with the candy bar like this, and then, you know, people come running up, and he like, man, watch out. And he turned to them, everybody jump back. BJ really was kind of trapped, bro, because he had him by the back of the coat on that hood part, bro. And I looked down over there at my homeboy. My homeboy was standing there with his candy bar in his hand. He had his out in his hand. I had mine too. He looked at me. And it's just the look in his eyes, bro. It was like a disgusted / sad type of look, bro. It was, you know, I feel like the same type of look I felt, you know what I'm saying? He looked at me and was like, man, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Like about getting involved in it. So I ran over there to him. My aunt still hitting him. It's like these guys down here acting like they scared to, you know what I'm saying? Do something about it, bro. I mean, I know you mind your business, but damn, bro. This man about to go home, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but damn.
I ran down to the bro. I said, man, let's go get him up off on. We ain't got to bust him or nothing, but let's just go make him stop real quick. So me and Fro them take off running down the stairs. When we got down the stairs, me and bro run towards the situation. I come running from the right, he come running from the left. So when old school raised the fire up at somebody else and was like, watch out. This one my guy running up towards and was like, let him go. So old school kind of turned with BJ like this, but I'm looking at BJ as I'm running up. Now, bro, it's like he's getting like woozy. Like at first he had all the energy trying to do like that. He was even swinging a little bit at first. Now it's like he ain't even got no energy. It's like the motion from moving his coat around like this is what's really, keeping him up on his feet just a little bit. So Foden was like, let him go. He was holding the candy bar up like that. So turned to bro, and he was like this, like he finna try to shoot it out with him. But he backing up, so he looking back at his surrounding too. So when he looked back at his surrounding this way and look at me, I'm coming towards him like, let him go with the candy bar I had. So now it's two of us coming at him with candy bars, and then there's other people all right here. So I guess now other people is feeling more confident. So when he see me right here and him right here, he let BJ go, and then he kind of turned towards me like this. Like trying to tell me to back up. But by the time he did that, all the other people, most of them that was in the circle, like they just all jumped on old school. When I say they jumped on him, bro, they started beating the brakes off him, took his candy bar from him, and just started. Like I say, me and my bros' intentions, it wasn't to
beat the fuck out of him. Yeah,
that really was just an attempt to make him let dude go. Cause it's like, damn, bro, he just maxed out on a 10. You know what I'm saying? So the few people that didn't jump on, they was right there with him. So, bro, that came down here with me, he snatched BJ by the back of the hood and took off running to the door, dragging him on the floor. But while he's pulling him, bro,
it's just a streak of shit.
Following him to the door. He get to the door. The girl in the booth is in there just like this.
Wow.
She been in here asleep, bro.
Wow. Oh, wrong one. Wow. She was knocked out, but after all of that, sleep. Nah, that's... Damn, this shit, like, the irony of the shit, bro, the day up. He must have been planning it, like, day of, I'm gonna get him. But day of, and Shorty, that was doing all the business between them two, was supposed to be up, handling, watching, and she was asleep. That's why nobody came through and came and handled that shit.
She been in her sleep. He started beating on the glass real hard. Do. So the other people go to running over that way too. I was sitting here watching them spank Unc a little bit longer. Then I went over here too. So she jumping up, looking crazy. So he's like, man, get him out of here, man. Get him to medical. So that's what everybody's screaming. So she just up talking about something. What? Who? What's wrong with him? She don't want to get up out her seat because she's sleepy, I guess. She's trying to look over. She can't see if she don't stand up. She's trying to look over the thing, talking about, what? What y'all beating on the window for? What's wrong with him? What's wrong? Say, like, man, bleed, man. So that's when she look around in the other side of the dorm and she see a bunch of people stomping and kicking somebody. So she jump up to look more over there while she got the radio. That's when she happened to turn and look this way and she see BJ on the ground, bro. And when she seen him and she seen how much he had that stuff on him, on his face, all on his body and stuff, she started screaming real loud. She started screaming. She called the code. Brother ran down the stairs with me. He went to screaming to the people that was jumping on Unc, talking about 12 coming, you know what I'm saying? So everybody took off running. Pretty much we going to their own room and stuff. So I get to leave. I'm getting ready to go to my own room. These folks just beat the brakes off. Unc staggering, coming towards the steps, towards the way I'm walking up the steps. So I'm looking at his hands. He ain't got no candy bar in his hand. They took it. You know what I'm saying? I still got mine in my hand. And as I'm walking up the steps, bro, he got close over here to the step like that. The man swung at me, bro. You know what I'm saying? I just
oh, man. That nigga, man. Hey, that nigga got some type of fire, something wrong with him. He said he swung on him.
Quick, but he tried to hit me. He swung at me. And I just went up the steps, bro. I didn't even try to go chase him down or nothing. I'm like, police already on the way. Brakes beat off you. I'm not even about to entertain that. You know what I'm saying? So I went in my room and they came and locked us down. When the lieutenant locked us down, she came back, pulled out me, brother that ran down the stairs with me, and a couple more people that jumped on old school. And she told us the warden wanted to see y'all. So she told us to get dressed and stuff, and they took us up there to the little security office. And the warden was like, I just want to let y'all know I appreciate y'all. Y'all didn't have to do that. Y'all tried to help him out. It's a sad, unfortunate situation because he was supposed to go home today. he actually only had a few hours before he was about to go home. So I'm like, what you mean? It's a sad, unfortunate situation. And he said BJ real name, and he was like, such and such, such and such. He didn't make it. I was like,
oh
God,
man,
don't tell me that, bro. He was like, yeah, he didn't make it. He had what did he say? A punctured lung or something like that. Something he said, something punctured, erupted, something like that. But he said he didn't make it. It's like, bro, I can't even imagine how BJ family and friends felt when they got that call. His family on their way to come pick him up.
On their way.
And they got to call his family and tell him something like that. The warden gave us something called an incentive package. He said, I appreciate y'all. He gave everybody that they called up there an incentive package. It's just like a bag of snacks, basically. Like we some damn kids or something.
Yeah, like what? I just tried to save a nigga, put my life in danger. You gave me some snacks.
And, you know, they sent us back to the dorm. When the lieutenant came back in there locking us down, she said out loud to the dorm, she said, that's a damn shame. That man was supposed to go home, and y'all done killed the man. No, but she was really shooting shots at old school because he was still in the dorm. They didn't even take him out. And that's what's so crazy, because he was beat up. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody hit him with the candy bar, but he was beat up pretty bad. They didn't even take him out yet. They didn't take him out till like 2 days later. You know, bro, it just made me think about the little dude that basically was kicking it to me like, man, if I go, I'm going to just do my time like a G and come home. Bro, listen, you do got some people where they got a whole bunch of time. So when they dealing with another person, they really only like being cool with other people that got a whole bunch of time. So if you don't got a whole bunch of time, they might really feel some type of way about that. I felt that at the end of my bid. When I was getting ready to go, bro, I honestly felt from people I was cool with, I honestly felt the hate. I felt how uncomfortable the idea of me going home in a couple months would make them. I seen the little fake wannabe jokes, but it's really the truth. It's really how I feel. I seen and felt all that. So what I did, I made it my business to kind of stop going around them. And when I am around them, I'm making my business not to even speak about time.
Going
I don't
home.
even talk. I talk about prison stuff when I'm around them. I don't even talk about, boy, when I get out in 2 months. I'm not even finna do that around a person I know got life without the possibility of parole. Because I don't care how cool we are. I don't care what principles or morals we supposed to stand on as men. If you kill me right now, you're not making your situation really no worse. You still gonna have to be in prison. You're gonna go on lockdown by yourself for a couple years, but after that, you coming back out. I'm gonna be dead. I ain't coming back out of nothing.
Yeah.
So I used to, be very mindful of that. And like I say, man, you got people that's very, very, very jealous of that. So to the youth, bro, to the early adults, don't ever in your mind say, well, I'm gonna just do this and do that and do that. And if I get caught up, got to go do a year or two, I'm gonna just do my little bit.
Bro, like, Bill's videos, man, it's like, I'm 27 now, bro. I stopped doing wild shit that could get me in trouble like this years ago. 18. Right? But, you had them times where you be having, like, you might have a discussion with your partner or something like that, like, man, for my people, for my fam, like, for my fam, I'm willing to, for my family, I'm willing, for my son, my girl, like, you know what I'm saying, like, I'm willing to die or go to prison for my family. You feel me? That's just what it is, period. But like little shit, you know how you go to the gym and go hoop and you start getting into it with niggas and da. You can anything that can instantly get you there, like especially with the situation I'm in now, I'm getting money now from YouTube. Like it used to have that thought process like, man, go to like, well, what if you go to jail? So but it's like although you had that mindset, you get older, you like, obviously I don't want to go, I'm off of the wild shit, I got things to live for and stuff now. It's like that mindset of I just go do my shit and get out. You do have that. But you can really go in there and not like you can't say that. You can go in there and anything happen. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy, man. Y'all like this video, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Like the video, sub up, comment up, bitch, rest in the channel. I love you. Appreciate y'all. Great for y'all, bro. We gone, man.